I'm Bobandii. That's my stage name, I suppose. But I go by the name of Silas McClintock in my everyday life. I basically write music, I think. I try to write music. Sometimes it comes out good, sometimes it doesn't. Just finished a mixtape, which is kind of cool. My first of its kind for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, like OJ Jones, the guy who played the bass in the Grow Room session, he actually got me into beats. He was the older brother of a girl that I used to go to school with. He went to school with me as well. Like one day we just like rocked up to his house and there he was making beats. We like just got along really well, and he used to come around and stay at my house and we'd make beats till early hours of the morning. So I don't feel like there was actually a defining moment where I felt like music was gonna be the thing, you know? When I was younger anyway. I mean, I was homeschooled for about 5 years, and in that time I picked up the guitar and I played with a couple of the other homeschool people. We like started a little band thing. We used to play cover songs, and I really, really enjoyed the whole live presence of that. When I moved to the city, you know, I met Ollie and we started making beats, and then it was like straight back to that again. It felt like so much more natural for me. Coming into terms of like making Of the Forest, the mixtape, was the defining moment where I was like, okay, this is gonna be a thing now. Experiencing the New Zealand music scene is a very new thing. I feel like over the last couple of years I've been quite reclusive. I've kept to myself and kind of made music by myself, and I haven't actually met a lot of people outside of the uni course I was doing, so I didn't realize that there was even a music scene to experience. I think over the last couple of years, you know, being introduced to a couple of the Auckland musicians. I mean, the first few were LVJ, Slopey. I used to work with Randa, which was really cool, so we got to know each other. And then finally, you know, like, got to meet the Grow Room squad, and yeah, haven't looked back, man. It's a really nice family there. I feel like they're really attempting to do things that people are forgetting about very quickly with the internet age coming in, you know? It's like bringing it back to the physical space, and I think that's really awesome. I find myself quite often in sticky situations where I'm like walking for a couple of hours in some direction because my car's broken down or something like that, and I just will walk and not put music on and just sing to myself, and that's where a lot of, I think, the vocal inspiration comes from. In terms of like the musical side, it's always changing, you know? Sometimes I'll pick up a keyboard and I'll just play like a synth for a good hour and a half, and I won't record anything, like, and that in itself is the jam, and I didn't want to record it, you know? I just wanted to feel the music, and for me that's enough. It might not ever be played again by me, but maybe it will. Subconsciously I'll bring it back if it's like some crazy stuff that I really felt emotionally tied to. So when I released my last project, I felt, for me, that was like the project, and I wasn't sure how people were going to receive it. But obviously, you know, there's always that underlying tone whenever you create something that you really strive for a bit of attention and appreciation to it, you know? The response I got was really nice, you know? It kind of went from this, like, you know, I'm from a small town called Warkworth up north, and like an hour north of Auckland. And I had always kind of got the response like, you know, oh, you make music, that's cool, that's rad. Yeah, I listened. And like, there was like this defining moment, I think, when I dropped the release, where it was like, hey, I'm listening to this, you know, like this is on my playlist. And for me, that was like such a crazy feeling. Like, it's overwhelming, you know, like I feel like it completely humbled and like out of my element to have people appreciate the work like that. What is next for Bobandii? I want to really work on my vocals. I feel like I have a lot to learn in terms of vocal dynamics and really unlocking potential of the voice. I'm working on playing the keyboard a bit more, but in terms of releases, I'm releasing a collab tape with an Auckland artist called Slopey. So unofficial collaborations, and so the whole idea was to just like take Auckland beat makers and just like take their sounds and then write for it and then release it and tag them in it and be like, yo, are you all good with it? Like just do it before even asking. And so I'm working on a One for Auckland tape at the moment, and probably a couple more as well.